I dey born nearly every year. I dey carry pikin for back, carry for front.
And the guy that even pregnanted her, he has run away. In fact, she don't even know him.
She has a mental disability, and because of that, a lot of men are taking advantage of her. So, and the moment she put to bed, they'll just take her baby away, and since her baby is no longer with her, you see her with another pregnancy.
I don't even think in my next life I will give birth to 4. Lie.
MSI Nigeria Reproductive Choices, formerly known as Mary Stopes International Organization Nigeria Mission, at the invitation of the Federal Minister of Health, who in a conference in London saw the level of work the global MSI was doing and had to extend that invitation to say, can you not equally be in Nigeria?
When we started, I noticed there's a lot of pushback. When you enter community, as they are talking to them, you see them laughing, you see the bias, you see resistance among the female folks, among the male folks, among the religious leaders, even the traditional institutions.
Traditionally, it is not acceptable that you stop people from giving birth.
As a lady, first of all, in the North, we are seen as people that are supposed to be hidden at home. We're not supposed to be going out religiously and traditionally as a Northerner.
For family planning services, Opti, Southwest, is a place where it is believed that giving birth is shouldn't be restricted.
We had instances where our outreach will arrive communities. You just see some persons come into the outreach site and say, no, this cannot go on.
There are so many cultural and religious barriers that have been preventing accessing services, most especially family planning, within the region that I cover. But with the help of MSI Nigeria Reproductive Choices and some of the activities that we've been doing.
When the idea of family planning started, traditional rulers of Southeast and South-South were called to a workshop, a 3-day workshop. After the 3-day workshop, we had our resolution, and one of them was to go out and spread the gospel of family planning.
So to ensure that we do not miss any woman, because all we do in MSI Nigeria revolves at the woman that we normally say is at the center of all that we do. We have multiple channels that address different cadre of women with their different needs. First is our clinic.
Hi, welcome to Mary Stopes Port Harcourt. Please come in.
And it is in 6 locations in Port Harcourt, Benin, Abuja, Lagos has 2. And our outreach. Our outreach, there are 24 of them, and they are majorly in the north.
So mostly what we do as SBCC officers in the field is we create awareness in the field. Sometimes we meet people, associations, adolescents, youths. So once we go see those people, we communicate with them, we tell them what we're there for. From there, we create awareness and then we go back.
And at our outreach team, they move to the hard to reach, communities. While the PSS, we still have some hard to reach communities in the public sector support channel. But the outreach team, they reach out to the poorest of the poor, in our communities. And on daily basis, they have sites that they must visit in identified locations.
We have our public sector that is a little bit below 3,000, and the public sector, which we call Public Sector Support or PSS for short, is spread across 36 states of the Federation. And it ranges from 50 to 200 facilities depending on the state. We have our social marketing, and it is covering the entire nation. And our social marketing is ensuring that our products get to the different locations, to the different personnel, to the different service delivery outlets where they are required.
Today, in Integrated Services Nigeria Limited, we are the distributors for Abuja, Kogi State, and part of Niger State.
And the product that we have currently are our brand of Misoprostol, which is our Misoclear, very effective, WHO pre-qualified. And then we have our Maripris, which is a combi pack that is indicated for management of therapeutic abortion. We have our brand of condom, which is Fire, one of the best condoms ever.
And we're mostly into the contraceptives, the condoms, and the condom story for me is actually like a bomb, because initially I never heard of Fire condoms until I came on board. Now everywhere it's fire, 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 fire. You know? So for that product, I think I want to do business with you 101 more times.
And you have 3 variants of this condom: the Fire Extra, the Fire Ecstasy, and the Fire Exotica. We also have our brand of emergency contraceptive that is called Backup, which of course from the name is clear, which is very effective within 72 hours after sexual intercourse. We have our MS ladies who are majorly in the north and currently provides services either through door-to-door, or some of them will provide through their PPMVs.
I do enrich and I do door-to-door here in Nasarawa local government. I even provide services here in my shop, and I provide it at my house.
We recognize the fact that the private sector provides over 60% of the healthcare services in the country. And there is no way we'll be integrating family planning services or sexual and reproductive health generally without ensuring that they are carried along. Recognizing that we just don't do our clinic or our outreach alone, we are working with government stakeholders to train their providers, equip them, provide quality checks, as well as ensure that they have the right supply chain working with the national and their state logistic management system for ensuring that last mile distribution is done and they are provided with the right commodities to provide services.
It has been Maristopes all the time to carry our commodities from the Federal Ministry of Health down to the state. And not just the state, they will take it to the state central medical store. And they are very kind, they will offload, be patient with us to offload. And also recently we requested for their support to our ROH supervisors, because you know transportation fares is very high now. So, and they oblige us that. Our changing of family planning equipment or instruments, you find out that every trainee, at the end of that training, Maristopes will go and set up the family planning section to make sure that all the equipment and all the instruments are available. And even from time to time, you know, for sure you cannot say some will be missed out. They will still go and replace.
They introduced a cutting-edge breakthrough into the family planning space of Ogun State. And they were able to build the capacity of nurses to ensure they can provide these family planning services.
MSI Nigeria Reproductive Choices, formerly known as Aristo's International Organization of Nigeria. I went through the on-the-job training before I later went through the formal training on long-acting reversible contraceptives, and recently I've been trained on the hormonal IUD.
This MSI Nigeria, they trained, there is no organization that has ever trained me like the way they trained. Yes, so they train in a way that if you are doing it, you know, yes, you are doing it. In a way of infection prevention, they trained. In the area of techniques of inserting, they are perfect. So I have learned a lot on them, and the community, they are enjoying it.
The training that I am undergoing now, it will help us to include our disabilities people into our program, not neglecting them, and also allow them that they have the right to choose the proper family planning they want, not somebody choosing for them like before. Before, their caregiver will come around telling us that my child is coming now, she's like this, I beg, do this for her. But with this present training on this disability inclusion will help us now to go and change some lumps that we are doing before by allowing the client to choose the services they want.
Working with Mary Stopes then became strongly impactful. Initially, we had just 3,000 service delivery points functioning out of over 34,000 service delivery points. But because of that intervention, we rose to 20,000 service delivery points, providing long-acting reversible contraception between 2012, 2014, and 2018. So it was really phenomenal.
Whenever we want to come for this, the seminar of MSI, we always make sure that the people involved are the people who are in charge of investigation, the people who are in charge of gender, those who are dealing with anti-woman trafficking and the gender-based officers, as well as those who are serving at a divisional crime branch, because all these things always go to them first. All this type of complaint always go to them first. And by the time they are having the first-hand information about how the thing goes, they are at the best position to educate others. So once they are trained, they will go back and train others.
In 2022 alone, we provided about 30% of all the FP services that were provided in this country. The other thing that we equally really pride ourselves for is not sitting back during COVID. Rather, we were all out with the pass that we obtained from government, recognizing again that during those kind of lockdown, that sexual activities will increase, sometimes sexual-based violence will equally increase, and at the end, we saw more women that we were able to see even when COVID was not there.
One that made me so proud about MSI was during the COVID, I chaired the medical subcommittee of COVID-19 response in Abuja. And then MSI did a lot of wonderful work, in fact expanded family planning services in Nigeria, when globally and in Nigeria, COVID dipped the uptake of family planning. But the MSI was able to improve their sites uptake of family planning in Nigeria. And I was very, very excited about that because I was in the forefront fighting COVID.
If we are opposing akwụkwọ,
we get many testimonies. Women wey don take am.
Enrich is a situation where a provider conducts like a mini outreach in a nearby or a locality that is not the same with the facility where she conducts or carries out her daily duties. Now they gather people together, especially women of reproductive age, talk to them about family planning and the various methods that are available, and then provide services to, for them and refer them to the nearest health center that is closest to them in that community.
Our ability to have our outreach reach the poorest of the poor is something that we are really, really very proud about. And our ability to integrate across all layers of the society with both government, with both religious and traditional rulers, have enabled us to ensure that services are provided for women and girls across the nation.
Family planning don't help me for life. Before, wallahi, if I carry front, I carry back. For me, I'm oga, every day, quarrel, no peace. Immediately I stop to the bone, I don't get hand work. What I don't do? All this shop, this Mary Ann shopping center, now my shop. Immediately I stop where I plan myself. Now I don't get this hand work. And this hand work, now my talent, where God give me, I be this. Through family planning.
If to say someone, let me say someone educates me, I don't think I'll give birth to 4 now. With the way things are in our country, Nigeria, I don't think I'll give birth to 4. Lie.
The finance should be available before I take in for my next child.
I would say in the community now, we have access everywhere. We have access. Once you're putting on that our jacket, MSI Nigeria jacket, once you're coming into the community and you meet anybody, it's just like you're putting on a visa to go into the community to talk. So we actually have access everywhere because we are known because of the impact we've created amongst the traditional leaders, the women leaders, the youths, and also the stakeholders in the state.
Where even sometimes, even the facility people or the community people, when we are asking, they will be telling us, you will not be able to go there. Because to them, they know that they will think, the road is bad, or people don't normally go there, but we'll keep on, because Maristop has empowered us and has enabled us to go there. So we'll keep visiting them and give them their choices.
So we are rebranding basically to expand choice, and that is why we've been able to bring in choice into our name, and also to better position ourselves to serve the women and girls that we have called out to serve. Before now, we're registered as company limited by trustee, and that had its limitation in terms of how we did our work. We have a vision through our 2030 strategy for ensuring that 1 in 4 women take up services from an MSI supported site. So we needed to bring in this choice and focus more on it in ensuring that that vision is actually achieved.
In fact, I'm very happy that MSI is rebranding, because the first time I saw MSI, I started asking what's the full meaning of MSI. I was told Maristop International. Then I went into I asked for more questions and got to know about the names and all that. But I'm so happy that we are now qualifying and saying reproductive choices. It's just a key pointer. Once you just hear, you know exactly what the organization is all out for. And so it's very, very welcome for us.
So another key thing that has equally changed with this rebranding is the fact that we have expanded our board, and that has brought in people from different walks of life, from both Nigeria and the global community. We have the best of gynecologists, we have some very strong traditional rulers, very seasoned pharmacists, and a lot of people coming from the private sector. What that means for us is that we'll continue to get different advice, different direction, different advisory that guides our work and provide the level of impact that we want to see for our women and girls. For the staff that do this work, diversity, equity, and inclusion will remain our watchword. We are going to be looking at different aspects of motivation to continuously keep the staff well motivated. Having done all of this and having shown this level of impact, I'm very convinced that with the rebranding, more donors will be more interested in us. You know that there is still a lot that we need to do to contribute to ensuring that more women are served and more communities are reached.